Instagram changed.
How?
No, it totally changed. That was weird.
Whose business changed?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Good day, everyone. Good day. Good afternoon, whatever. Welcome back to everyone. I know it's been
a minute.
It's been a while since we've been here. Thank you. Thanks, Eduardo, for helping us today. Anyways, we're here in the Bay, and we're doing Bay stuff. We actually got back Monday, but we slept all day Monday because we didn't get in until like 6 or 7 in the morning. And then Tuesday we came in. Paul came in Tuesday, so we just worked in the showroom on Tuesday, which I'll go over and show you what we got done in the showroom. And then yesterday, which was Wednesday, we also worked on the showroom. We're trying to get the display up that we've had since February. What's up, Danny? So nothing new here in the install bay because we haven't. This is actually the first day we've been back in the install bay, which is why. And we got a radio and a sub we're putting into this Toyota Tundra. So nothing exciting going on here that it's just usual stuff. Good afternoon. From out in humid Greenville, South Carolina. Let me tell you what, California was so hot. It made Florida seem like a cool jungle, which it is. But I know you guys all like to see what's going on over in the showroom. Let me do this. All right, sorry about that. I shut off the Wi-Fi. I should have done that before I did this. Let's head over to the showroom real quick. Oh, sorry, excuse me. We just had somebody get crushed in the intersection over here. It sucks. This is all ambulances and there's some fire police over there still. It's a hit and run, I think. It's terrible. Ugh. It's like twice now in the last month and a half. Anyways, we're over here in the retail store. This is the area here that we've been working on. Hello from cold South Africa. It's actually on a list of places that we might go next year. Anyway, so we have 2 displays that we're working on. This is a speaker amplifier display, and this is the radio display. Paul is a radio guy, so we made sure we got this one done first. There we go. So this has a bunch of radios. The only thing I don't like is this. I really didn't want this, and this kind of came like that, and I was like, I don't like it. So we're definitely have to change this at some point, but we have enough on our plate. So what we got going on here is, and this is the JVC Morel radio that is out of stock right now. That's why this is empty. It will match this Kenwood, which is silver. They're basically the same radios, just this one is silver and the other one is black, which I like much better. We sell a lot of these, that's why we're out of it. We have 2 standard these because I don't know, I guess they still sell, but everything else is screens. There is an amplifier here, which this is the 802.5M or XM 802.5, which is the same as the black version of this. This is just the marine version. They look identical except for one is silver, one is black, and we sell way more of the black version, so we put the silver version out just to demo it. And this is the 908, which controls it. So like you can play the 908 into these Kenwood KFC 174s coaxials, and then you can hit this button here and it'll turn on the amplifier, and you can hit this button here and it'll turn on the subwoofer. So that's pretty cool. This is clearly still a mess. We have the 3 floating screen radios. The one we don't have out is the ES Sony. They don't sell a lot, so we didn't want to unbox one, but this is the new 8500, which is cool because you can do this. So for all you guys that are like, I wish I had a radio that would turn towards me, the Sony does it. Who knew, right? And it'll still tip and do all those other fun. Sorry about that. Anyways, radios, and then this one is a lot more complicated. As you can see, these all show up. So we designed these tops to go in here. But this will be all the speakers, and then there'll be cool buttons on that side, and these will be amplifiers. But right now it just looks like somebody vomited wire out of holes. So we'll get to this one speaker at a time. So we have a bunch of these that have to be filled with specific speakers. These are the amplifier mounts. So we'll just slowly work through these, because this we can go a little bit slower on than we can this, because this took all day yesterday to wire this nightmare up. So yeah, but that's good. That's done. It's fine. So that's what's happening in there. So a couple things I want to do is I want a consultation area here. So I want to be able to have like a computer on the wall here in this area and like show people stuff. This is funny. This had a piece of cardboard on it, so that this is how much people have walked here in front of the old display. If you want to buy a display, let me know. We'll gladly, you can come pick this one up, because that's going to sit there forever, because Paul will never get rid of it, because he's a pack rat. Give you a really good deal on it. Yep. Anyways, I want like a consultation area there. Where will my desk go? Exactly. So that's what we're talking about. I want to do some kind of desk, some kind of something there for people to, so I can, when I'm over there, like I want to look up a box or something like that, or show them a dash kit. You can see all that fun stuff. So we got new 3D printers, because they're over there. We got 2 new 3D printers, because why not? We need more, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got here. Display looks amazing. We got the audio control set up. No, there will be no audio control on any of these displays, so there'll be no functioning. But we did see the audio control display. I don't want to have brand specific displays. I already have the Alpine one that is in the back room, that I still haven't finished yet. That's about as far as I'm going to go with like a branded display, and even that I felt was kind of a bad idea, but it just kind of happened, and it works. But let's see. Can I install a 4-channel amp on my front stage without making my door chimes extremely loud? 2024 Silverado non-Bose. Happy Thursday, guys. Not without something between them. So 2024 GMC, I don't know if the Metra high level to low level with DSP and door chime control will work on the 2024. I would definitely check to see if Metra's piece will. They have a T-harness that plugs in with one of their DSP basics, but what it does is it lowers the chime volume for you. Outside of doing that, you will need some form of a DSP, preferably one that has a parametric EQ capability or notch filter capability. And what you'll have to do is you have to bring that frequency down. Otherwise, yes, it's going to blast you out of the car. It's kind of the unfortunate effect if you amplify it, because the only other option you might be able to try, and I don't know if I've ever had anybody do this successfully because they haven't come and told me, but if you go into the settings for the radio, you'll notice there's a volume control for the chime, and it doesn't go all the way down, it stops. I don't know if that is something that you can control, meaning you can go to the dealership and have them turn it down. Sometimes their scan tool that they have can control stuff like that. I would think it would be something they'd have access to. The problem is anytime you go to the dealer, you have to deal with dealer type stuff. So, yeah, that's a headache. But other than that, EQ, DSP will take care of it. But I would check the Metra first. That's probably going to be your most reasonable. All right. Welcome back. Thank you. Vacation went okay and peaceful. The vacation, how would you describe the vacation, Fernando? It was amazing. So Fernando had an amazing time on vacation. I had a good time. It was very hot in California. 4th of July was fantastic. Lots of fireworks, lots of things exploding, which is to be expected in a state where you're not supposed to have fireworks. I feel they have the most fireworks on the planet there, which is kind of funny. But we had a good time with Brian. We spent a lot of time doing DSP stuff along with working on his magic car, helping him very minimal amount. But we did some really nice stuff that needed to be done. Fernando worked on making his power distribution fuse holder pieces that he needed to run the car. So he worked on basically making him a body control module from scratch. I helped him with some of the wiring, naturally. But the big trip was to go learn DSP. We spent a day at ARC. There was a lot of pictures I wish I could have taken and shared with you guys, but we weren't allowed to. But we saw a lot of cool stuff. We saw the future, which is cool. So got to see some of the new stuff that ARC is going to be coming out with here soon-ish. I don't know, very soonish. Not soon enough for everyone, but soon enough to where it'll be cool. We won't have to sit on the secret. But no, we're really excited about what's coming out of there. So that'll be cool. Can't wait to talk about it.
Okay, so let me tell you what's coming.
Yeah, let me tell you what's coming.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. No, it was pretty cool. We saw some really neat stuff. So, and then also we had the opportunity to sit down with Brad, who's the boss / head engineer, and he's a great guy. He's fantastic. He helped us explained a lot of things electronically, pieces, puzzles, questions that I've always had. He's very good at explaining things, and I had a bunch of questions not pertaining specifically to ARC, just in general, that I've always wondered, and he's really good at explaining that stuff. So that was really nice that he took the time out of his day, because he spent about 4 or 5 hours with us, which he's very busy. So to do that is pretty unheard of. Most of the time we can get like maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. So they really opened the door to us, and we had a great time at ARC. It was really cool. But yeah, that was fantastic. Some of the stuff we got to see, was so cool, man. I kid you not. It was just cool. Let me get those illusion eyes on the shelf off your. No. Crutchfield says the Metra should work. Fingers crossed. Yes. There again, I feel like the Metra should work. It's a fairly new piece. But I mean, the reality is it's really just a glorified high-level to low-level adapter with some data capability. And the one thing is controlling that chime. And to me, that is what makes it gold. Plus, you get a basic DSP too, which is really cool. So you can do crossovers, EQ, time alignment. So all that fun stuff is included. So it's kind of like a bonus. My first vacation in years was visiting you guys last January. I understand, man, and we appreciate the fact that you would think to do that. It's crazy when people do that, and we appreciate it. We had a group of guys come up yesterday that were from out of town, had a bunch of questions, and just wanted to come by and say hi. That was really cool. We even had a couple people come by at Brian's that knew we were there and knew where Brian's was, so they came by and said hi. That was pretty fun.
Hanging out with Herman and the boys.
We got to hang out with Herman and the boys.
Right?
So we drove out, hooked up with them, which was fun. So, I mean, it was a good trip. It was a good trip for sure. California always blows the sky away. It's funny because it's like...
That's why it's so hot. What the hell?
Yeah, it's so hot. California is just a funny, it's a lot like Florida, but it's a lot not like Florida. And for a minute there, you think, yeah, we're just back home. And then you look around and you see a mountain, or you see just some weird way they do stuff that would never work in Florida. Like the irrigation channels in Modesto. You have these huge waterways for watering plants, and they're like 6 inches below the surface. And if that was here in Florida, that would be a flood zone, and you could not do that. It was just weird. And the bridges were like super low over the top of them, and I'm just like, this is so strange. But yeah, still a lot of palm trees, a lot of Spanish. We did go for Chinese one day at a car wash. Apparently the car wash makes the best Chinese. That was fun. Funny.
How was the lunch at ARC?
Oh, the taco truck. Yeah, I liked mine. Did you not like yours?
I love mine. That was great.
Yeah, the taco truck was good.
I had a burrito.
Huh?
I had a burrito.
And those Mr. T's donuts were good too. Alright, let's see what we got here. What's up? I need an ARC Class 2. Oh, just reach out, man. Yeah. But no, it was fantastic. And there again, the class really wasn't on ARC. The class was like when we went to Brian to learn Brian's process for tuning. That was really what that was all about. It just happens he works for ARC, but his process works with many DSPs that have similar functionality as the ARC. It's just that was the thing. I wanted to see how Brian does his award-winning tuning because there again, like we all taught these classes, and our class and his class was at the same time, so I never got the opportunity to sit down in his class. So why not spend your vacation flying out to California and do a hands-on? I mean, is that not the best idea ever? He didn't hear me. So, favorite ride you rode at Disney? Bobby wants to know. Fernando, what was your favorite ride?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fernando said Guardians of the Galaxy. I like to call it the Human Yo-Yo was his favorite ride. It was also the ride where Sebastian pretty much lost his shit. There was tears involved. There was a lot of negotiation that went on. At the end of the day, he rode it. He had a great time, and no, he doesn't want to ride it again. Because we were like, dude, you want to go again? No, I'm good. Can we do Cars Land? Can we do that one?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones was a big hit. That was the first ride we rode.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is the best ride I've ever ridden in my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, slow it down, killer. Slow it down. We got a long day ahead of us.
I think his favorite ride was Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. Yeah,
And
he rode that
Cars.
3 times.
Yeah.
So.
And Cars. So.
All right, Thunder Mountain and Cars. Well, he wanted to do Indiana Jones again, but oddly enough, it was broke down.
Yeah.
So, but we had a good time.
It's great.
Is the future so bright we should all go buy shades?
Yes. Yes, you should.
Fernando says yes. Maybe if they're the Ray-Bans with the cameras.
No, because you can.
I still want the Ray-Bans with the cameras. Even though I got those new ones, I still want those. Every time that commercial comes on, I'm like, I gotta get some of these. These are so cool. Did Lisa bust your balls? No, actually, Lisa was fantastic. She was great. She went and got us lunch. She played with Sebastian for a little bit. She was extremely helpful. No.
Great.
Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you, everyone at ARC was fantastic. I mean, there's some nerds in the corners that like didn't say 2 words to us because they're like the nerds in the corners that do a lot of the stuff that, they're. I'm assuming they're nice guys, but they just kind of came in and then went to their workstation and went to work. But everybody else that we actually got to interact with was good. And then again, not picking on the nerds. They have their job, and a lot of those guys are not really socialites. So that's, they're not sales guys or they're repair guys. They're engineers. They don't talk to us. But they were really cool. There was one that was really cool. We ate lunch with him. He was fun. He didn't say anything, but he was still nice and smiled and laughed at the jokes.
Everybody say hi and what's going on.
But no, it was great. It was fantastic. And that was Mike, by the way, asking that question. Because he'd be the only one to know her name. All right, hang on. Sorry, we're working and talking at the same time. Got to get the thing done. All right, let's see what we got here. Saturday show. There will be a Saturday show. Yes, we're very much looking forward to a Saturday show. There'll also be a Thursday night show tonight if you guys are in the mood to watch the Hi-Fi Vega channel. He and I will be talking about stuff. We'll talk about car stereo stuff, and then on Side Jag, Afterwards, I'm sure we will be talking about what we watched on our airplane trip, because he went on a trip at the same time we were on a trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I don't remember. We'll find out tonight. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some crappy movies, because I definitely watched a bunch of crappy movies. But car stereos always will be the fun conversation.
Car stereo.
Is it bad to look at my next car purchase based on their dash kit for it? No, actually, it's funny you should say that, because even though I haven't put anything in the Mustang, I bought the Mustang over the Camaro because, for one, iData makes all the parts for it, so we have the MFT1 dash kit, as well as I can AR into the radio to do a DSR1 or a PSM Pro or a Blackbird or other secret brands that we can't talk about that are working on coming out with solutions for it. And it also came with a factory three-way set. So at some point, all those things can change in my car, which was the motivating factor behind buying the Mustang as opposed to all the other stuff that was available to me. So no, there's no do it. Okay, know any installers in Greenville, South Carolina that you would recommend? I don't know anybody there. Yeah, I don't know anybody in South Carolina. Not all. Look at speaker locations too. Yeah, is Orion coming back? You know, we talked about it on the news. So Friday morning at 9 o'clock, we always do the news. So tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we'll be doing news. And I don't know if you'd say they're coming back. They brought back one of their former, I don't know. I believe they're somewhere in Miami. So who knows where they went? But they brought back one of their former employees that worked on the projects back in the 90s or early 2000s. So, you know, who knows? Who knows what the plan is? It would be cool. It would be cool. As everybody knows, I'm a big Orion fan, big classic Orion fan. Love the product. Would love to see something come that has some creativity behind it. That would be pretty neat. We'll see, right? Isn't that falls in that category? We'll see what happens. See what's neat. Hey, Dean and Fernando, when is the Powerbase DSP review coming? So obviously with us being gone, we haven't even, it's still sitting exactly where we left it last time we showed it to you. It probably will be, realistically, it probably won't be for a couple months. That's one I want to start playing with the software and see what it's capable of doing. We're trying to nail down the date. I don't think it's going to be next week. I think it'll be the week after. We're going to have Ken Ward on to do a full look at the new software for the Audison products that now has auto EQ feature built into it. So that will be cool to talk about. We'll get him on, and he's actually going to do a live de-equalization or live equalization in Haley's car. So you're going to get a two-part video. One, us doing an unboxing, and it's going to be Car Stereo Lab, so we're going to put it in her car. That's why we have the 5 to 10 sitting right over there, and her car is in the parking lot, so I got to get that in there tonight. And then we'll get that out, and then we'll do the part 2 where he's actually going to dial in, and we're going to do a full tune on it from over phone. So that'll be pretty fun. I'm actually looking forward to that a lot. It probably won't be live because it's a lot to have work live, and I don't want the experience to not be anything but on point. But it will be a rebroadcast for sure. But yeah, it'll be fun. We'll probably do the Bluetooth speaker, honestly, before we get to the DSP, because that's something I kind of want to hear. I'm a big nerd for the Bluetooth speakers. Welcome back. Thank you. What are your thoughts about the new LC7i Pro? Well, we did do, I don't know if we did the 5i Pro or the 7i Pro. We did do an unboxing of it. I like everything that they changed to on that. Like one of the biggest problems with like an LC7i, LC6i, LC8i was the channel routing. It was a pain in the butt. You like had to open the unit up if you wanted to change it anywhere from factory. It just kind of didn't make any sense in the modern sense of things. So coming out with the new 5i Pro as well as the 7, to me, if that's the product you're looking for, it really sped things up. Most people only need the 5i Pro. Like the 7i Pro is overkill now because the 5i Pro is 4 channels of input, which if you're hooking it into a basic stereo that just has front and rear, the 5i is all you need. The 5i will create the sub channel for you. And you can save some money, which is fantastic, right? And we all love to save money. Apparently I don't, but most people do. I find the most expensive way to do everything, it seems like, right? Mm-hmm. $80 pizza, bro. we ordered pizza when we were in California one night with Brian, and the first night we were there, and of course, we got 2 pizzas, we got some breadsticks, we got some chicken wings. Should have got more chicken wings.
More chicken wings.
Chicken wings were really good. And it was like $80, and Brian was like, "Holy crap! Like, how much, dude?" I'm like, "What? It's just pizza, bro." It's like, you spent $80 on pizza. I'm like, pizza's expensive. And we picked it up. He was just blown away with that. My Jeep Renegade. Alright, my Jeep Renegade you granted me on still isn't finished either. Hey man, I understand. Dean's California out of hand. Okay. Gas prices are ridiculous. Everything is super expensive and the traffic is horrible. 100%. And there again, $80 worth of pizza. For 2 medium pizzas, chicken wings, and some breadsticks. Oh, it also came with a 2-liter of Fanta. We got some pineapple Fanta. Brian had never had pineapple Fanta before. He didn't even know that was a thing. So he was, as you saw him over there, I think he got like 2 glasses of it. So, and if he didn't and he hears this, he will correct me. Well, I only got 1 glass. I went for the second one. You guys would drink it all.
I did. I was like...
Yeah, I knew you'd be excited. As soon as I said, oh. Weather, women, waves. Oh, there you go. That's the way to think of it. Rise of the Resistance. Ooh, yeah. See, I feel like everyone forgets about Rise of the Resistance.
No, I love the Rise of the Resistance.
Because I feel like Rise of the Resistance is always the best ride.
Yes.
But
just the experience.
It's the whole thing is fantastic.
It's just the feeling of getting up and down.
Yeah, I feel like you just...
your stomach is gonna go.
Yeah, I feel like the Rise of the Resistance just sets the bar too high.
Okay.
Because it is. It's the best ride in the park.
Yeah. No. It's
the best. Okay.
It is.
Let me read. Okay, it's the best experience in the park.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you experience it, and the reality and the realism and the sheer like, holy crap! There's 100 stormtroopers looking at me, and I have to tell you, our Rise of the Resistance is better than your Rise of the Resistance. Your Rise of the Resistance is kind of lame. I don't know if it was just broken, but our Rise of the Resistance, when you get into the space shuttle, ours does this like you're in Star Tours. Ours moves like you're in Star Tours or you're in Dallas International Airport riding the roller coaster there. But yeah, yours didn't. It was kind of weird. I was like, well, that's kind of lame. I was hoping it was just broken. Yeah. Working on a base model 2013 Silverado, no steering wheel controls. If the customer doesn't mind losing chime, can I just do regular Metro harness? All right, so I'm not all right, listen. How do I say this to be? It's not my truck, but it is our name. It is our store. It is our reputation on the line. The chime does a lot of things. It tells you your seatbelt isn't connected. It tells you that, that's neat. It tells you left your headlights on. So if a kid gets into the car and sits in the front seat and doesn't know to put in his seatbelt because he's a kid and he's stupid, and they don't have a chime to tell them that, hey, the seatbelt isn't connected, and they get in an accident and the safety features such as the chime was turned off, that's your fault. And that's just because the customer wasn't willing to spend $70 for an low-cost LC So you can get from Pack, you can get a low cost module. It's like an LC something GM. It's cheap. It's like $79. They weren't willing to spend that, so they're going to spend $35 on a harness, but they wouldn't spend $79 to $80 on the right harness. So we won't do that at all, and I don't think you should do that either, because it comes back to you. At the end of the day, you're willing to put your life and your reputation in jeopardy so that that guy can save money. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that totally doesn't make sense. Like, why should I have to do a crappy job because you're not willing to do it the right way?
I have crappy money.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, spend the right money. There's a cheap enough solution for that it's not that much more.
No,
So I strongly recommend heading over to pack-shoya.com, pick up the LC version of that. LC stands for low cost, and just make everybody happy. I'm late. I was offended in comments of Morel unboxing. Someone called me occasional viewer. Oh, that was you. Oh, all right. So real quick, thank you for pointing that out. So for those of you that did get the opportunity to catch the Morel unboxing of the little micro amplifier that is no longer sitting over there, thank you for watching it. It was interesting comments for sure. It is no longer up. Okay. And not from what anybody said. It actually, Morel reached out to us, asked us to pull it down because the amplifier is actually being redesigned. So there are some changes that are getting made before. That was a pre-production model that Morel had. And so before it comes here to the US, there are some changes that are being made. Whoever is making it for Morel, whatever. But it is going to be, there's going to be differences on it, and enough so that they wanted to pull that one down and wait until the one that's coming into the US is made before we can do another video. So I don't know what the differences are going to be. I don't know any of that, but it was like, fine, whatever. We pulled it down. There's still like a bunch of you that watched it and hopefully enjoyed it. At the end of the day, I just look at it as content anyways. I really don't care what goes on. One of the comments that really kind of annoyed me a lot, though, in that video was some guy was like, oh, I guess we're not doing installation videos anymore. And I was like, literally the only video we post while we're on vacation was the remix of the Ford Ranger that we did. And up until, like, we just got done doing 2 huge installation videos for Alpine and Rockford systems. And we've done like 3 or 4 unboxings. And this guy was like, oh, I guess you're not. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, man, some people just suck. That's all I have to say. Like,
it's funny because the people yesterday, what did he say? Like, oh my God, I appreciate what you guys do. You guys put content every day.
Oh, yeah. Not
everybody does that.
No, it's like, we put up a couple unboxings, and they're like, yeah, we got to pay the bills. Yeah, we got to pay the bills. YouTube doesn't, cover all this expense. But anyways, that was kind of funny. I was like, man, screw you. Anyways, Uncle Bobby, what's happening? Dean, I'm happy to see you did an install on a 2022 Silverado using Access Ethernet integration. It seems that I get max out of volume within less than a quarter. Gains are at 0. DD1 detect clipping. Okay, so secret is I didn't use a DD1 to test because I'm going with a DSP. Never use a DD1 when I'm doing DSP. Never do. The other thing too, always, no matter whose interface you're using, always check to see if there's a software update. Okay? Most important thing, even at the radio, like we're putting in the Sony 4000 and sitting right here waiting for us to get done is this guy, which is the software update for it, because it needs one. And it's very subtle, the problems that it has, but I guarantee you, sorry about that, everything that you install, you have to check see if there's a software update, whether it needs it or not. Just do it, because a lot of the little problems that you run into are software updates. Even something as simple as like the gain is wrong. Like Alpine's ILXW650, 100%, like it sounded like total trash until you did a software update, one of 7 or 8 of them over the course of its 4 or 5 year run. They fixed it. It was like they went back in and reconfigured the amplifier because all that stuff's programmable. So When do you use the interior Tessa tape? Great question. Here, I'll show you. So this is the harness for this car, and this is exterior. So we're using JK tape right now. Okay, and so this is exterior. All the pigtails leading up into the center, and right here, the center is interior. And the reason for that is this is where all my connections are being made. This stuff I can easily pull off. So if I need to, let's say he decides to get an amplifier, I can easily pull this tape off, cut this apart, and I don't have to remove all of this tape. So we use it as a cover for our junction points. Other than that, we really don't use a lot of it for anything particular. Sometimes if it's like the only thing sitting on the bench, like, oh, here's a roll of it, and I have to tape a wire that I know is never going to do anything other than just be a wire taped up, put in the floor somewhere, then I'll use it, but I try not to. Pardon me, we don't use that much of it. Before it even detects the test tones. I just don't use DD1s on DSPs, man. It just doesn't work out. Hey guys, what do you use for door dampening? We use 3 different materials depending on what went into the budget. Our most popular that we use is the Stinger Roadkill brand, mainly because we're a Stinger dealer and they're really close. It's really heavy. So typically it comes here from Clearwater, so shipping on it is more reasonable. We have the Ground Zero full door kits that we use that cover everything. So depending on the installation or the budget or whatever, we'll use that. And then we also use Morel has sound treatment now, and we will use some of theirs depending on, like, they have these new foam rings that we've been using because it's a closed cell foam instead of an open cell foam, and the whole thing, and you can cut it to length. So depending on where it's going and what we're doing, we'll switch between the 3. Missed you too. All right, got that question. Yeah, for sure on that. Will there be any news on anyone releasing something like the Linkswell kits, but higher quality and iData Maestro integration? I can tell you right now, straight up, nobody is doing anything like that. The closest thing to something like that would be, Stinger's High 10, but that's nothing like the Linkswell. So the Stinger High 10, because of the radio pros that they already make, are integrating into the Stinger High 10 exclusively. So it's kind of silly, but they're making a lot of options because they control the size of the radio and they make the dash kit so they get an end-to-end feel. But it's not like the Linkswell, where every radio is custom designed for the bezel. As of right now, nobody's really doing that. However, in 2025, maybe late 2024, you're going to see a new approach to big screens. I'll say that, which will be iData compatible. That might be something. It's not going to be like a Linkswell. It's not going to be like a 12-inch tablet or anything like that. But you might see a new approach to how these things are done, which would be pretty cool. And you guys will like that. So, Dean, how about an installer in Cleveland, Ohio area? That's where Paul's from, man. I don't know where Danny is. Danny's not in Cleveland, but he's in Ohio, right?
Danny?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's in Ohio. No, he's not in Michigan.
Yeah.
No. Is he? He's not in Michigan. Yeah. He's in Ohio.
No.
Anyways, I don't know. Okay, Dean, I have to go, but I just want you to know that you are the best stereo nerd. Okay. I really enjoy the ability to feed me knowledge. Stay gold. Thank you so much. Those are kind words. If you must know, they have a 5-star in Cleveland, Ohio area as well. Okay, funny you should mention that. because the guy who owns that 5-star is Paramajit Ahuja, brother to Bob Ahuja, owner of American Bass, and Paul Ahuja, owner of 5-Star Car Stereo, the current employer of us. They're all one big happy family. They have nothing to do with one another. So the 5-star up there has nothing to do with us, but they're all the family. Like they tried to use our logo, and I squashed that shit right away because it's not their logo to use. But yeah, the Ohio in Cleveland, that is his brother. Oh, hi. Oh, I just waved to somebody. Sorry about that. Hi. All right. Everyone was calling it a recoil. Yes, they were. Although, it's funny you should mention that recoil. I did call recoil last night and was talking to Marty. I didn't call recoil. I called Marty, who works for Larry, who owns recoil and Cicada. And there's a couple products I was looking at on their website that I was like, oh man, I really want to try these. So hopefully we'll get our hands on some of this stuff. I don't know. I can't promise anything. They can't promise me anything. But there were a couple things that I really would like to play with of theirs. So we'll see what happens. The little Morel amp is powerhouse, though. It was a beast. So we'll get the new one, and we'll see what that does. Really, we weren't even supposed to do a video on that Morel one. They just wanted us to dyno it. I went the extra, like, hey, we need content. Let's film this thing out. So I kind of figured something like that was going to happen. So it was my fault, but it was still fun, though. Where'd you put the USB? Oh, you didn't do that yet? Oh, sad, man. Fernando.
Yes.
It's your time.
Okay.
Oh, it's your time.
Hi, guys. I'm okay, you know?
Yeah, you're okay?
Good. Yeah.
Everything's
been good.
Yeah.
How you guys been?
Yeah, great. Cut your promo, bro.
Dude, come on. I mean, you were there. You do a better job.
No, cut your promo. It's Fernando Morel promo time.
Okay, I have to think about that thing. Well,
yeah, you really don't have to think about it.
I have to. No, go to morelhifi.com so you can see the amplifier that is not there anymore.
Yeah.
It is going to be redesigned, but you can still look at it. I'm guessing.
I don't think it's going to be redesigned. He just said there's going to be subtle changes made, so I don't know what that means. Either way.
Designing, right?
Yeah.
But go to morelhifi.com, check that amplifier, and see if it's something for you, you know? Also, you can check some speakers. One of my favorites are the hybrids, because they have that beautiful sound that I really love. So check it out, morelhifi.com, here on Instagram, Morel_America, guys. Thank you.
Well, there you go. See, that wasn't hard. I got all the 4-gauge stinger wire. It doesn't say it is OFC or not. Okay, so if you have red stinger wire, it is going to be OFC. You can tell by the name on the wire and also the weight. So, hang on. So if it's a Pro series, so if it says Pro, whether it's red, silver, black, or blue, if it says Pro, that's 100% copper. If it says Select, so Stinger Select Max Flex will say OFC on it. Okay, so really that's about it. Blue is the only color that they make the CCA in, and it will say CCA on it. Like Stinger only makes CCA stuff that says CCA, so they don't. I'm pretty sure they brand all that. Paul, have any elevates left in stock? We do not have any elevates left in stock. We had one, but it was bad, so we ended up just giving it away or something. Hey guys, late to the party. No, it's not. Nando, excited about popping open the seats in the VW for the Vox install? Of course we are. We just need to figure out what it is we're going to do with them. That would be fantastic. Tech tip of the day, don't have one. See what vacation does to you? 100%. I honestly just want to be back on vacation. Budget DSP recommendations. It's an Ahuja. So right now, the budget DSP is always is the DSR1 is probably the cheapest, most budget friendly DSP that has a ton of features. The reason why we got the power-based DSP is to see how that stands up to it. To see, because that's going to be like for like. They're both plastic mounted. They're both basic DSPs. This, however, has 8 in, 8 out, whereas the DSR1 is really made for AR, so it has 4 in, 8 out. So those are going to be some of the subtle differences there. I don't know how the software works on this because I haven't had a chance, but they're probably about the same price. Right now, I'm going to say, to be safe, go with the DSR1 unless you need those more inputs. But there are a couple out there. Now, if you want to step up into a bigger DSP, not necessarily like budget DSP, you have the PSM Pro, which is the ARC audio processor here, which is also iData compatible. It's 6 in, 8 out. Full ARC audio DNA software. You have the Atomos from Moscone that are super small, but they use the Moscone software, full Moscone software. You have the Helix Minis, DSP Minis. There again, those are like a 4 to 6, reasonably priced, with the full Helix software on them. So big boy softwares. If you right now trying to get your hands like an audio control 6 to 8 is almost impossible. There just isn't any to be had. I mean, if you can find one, great. It's a reasonable price DSP with pretty simple software to use. But yeah, that's no, Dayton is not an option. That's like the worst option. If I'm adding a second battery in my trunk, is the isolator necessary if I'm wiring them in parallel? I would always recommend an isolator, especially if the batteries aren't of the same type or kind or purchase date, just so they don't beat each other up. Batteries consume power. They don't want to release power, but they're forced to do it. So if you have two batteries, one is weaker, one is stronger, it's always going to kill the other battery. So getting the isolator, which is basically just a big relay, is a really good idea. Some of them now are smart. They use voltage sensing to turn on, so they have what's called PAC makes it's called an ignition 3 built into it, ING 3, which how that works is it once you start up the car, it connects something together, or makes a trigger. In this case, you build it into a relay, which I see a couple manufacturers have done that. So when you turn the car off, the two automatically separate. So if the engine isn't running, the two batteries are separate. That way you won't end up with a dead battery in the front of the car, which is like genius. Can't believe it took this long to figure that one out. But if not, yeah, I would look to try to get a smarter than average relay, one that does that has the automatic turn on built in, so it senses when the engine is running. That's a good move. But yeah, always separate the two batteries, unless the back battery is just a tiny battery, like a little tiny thing that's like just back there for like maintenance or, just because. But if you're getting a battery, then yeah, definitely put something in there to separate the two. All right, what's up from Brazil? What's going on? All right, guys, listen, I'd love to stay to chat. Make sure to tune in tonight to the Hi-Fi Vega Network. We'll talk more car stereo there. I'm sure we'll answer some questions or just talk about random stuff that pops in our heads. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock here, there on YouTube and Facebook is going to be the news. Can't wait to see what 2 weeks of no news has brought us. We'll all find out tomorrow. And, of course, Saturday we'll be doing the live show. Things are great. You guys have a great day. Bye.
Who changed who?
Instagram changed it.
Instagram hasn't changed.
Dude, you're mental. Good day. Good Friday. What did it say? Saturday? I was going to say Friday. No, it's Saturday.
Friday.
It could be a good Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyways, hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, humans. What is today?
Today is Saturday the 13th.
It's Saturday the 13th.
Best day ever, bro.
Saturday the 14th.
13.
No, that was a movie, Saturday the 13th.
What?
Saturday the 13th. Or Saturday the 14th.
Friday.
No, you had Friday the 13th, and then the spoof was Saturday the 14th.
That's not true.
It is true.
No.
Oh, hold on. When we're done, I'll show you. Or you could just pull out your phone that you just had and go to IMDb and type in Saturday the 14th.
That's not even a thing.
It is totally a thing. And these are the high-end debates that we have here at work. Anyways, It is in fact Saturday the 13th. I'm prepping the show for tonight. Hot and humid Akron, Ohio. I bet, man. The weather sucks everywhere, man. It is. There is just no hope for anyone. Like, the world is ending, guys. The world is ending. The world is coming to an end. We've said it here first, so when it happens, you can be like, damn you, Dean, you were right. Perfect. So we're going to be doing the Saturday show tonight at 5 o'clock, like we've been doing now for almost a year and
a year? What are you talking about?
Over a year?
It's been probably 15 years.
Yeah, I don't think it's been 15 years. But either way, I'm prepping it now so that you guys will be able to click on the link. Car Stereo Talk. There it is. Also, we have an announcement that we're going to be doing. Yeah, we're going to announce it this Saturday to tell you that we're going to actually start it Monday. If that makes any sense. Hertz DC tweeters are... Oh, why is that not working? There we go. Hertz DJ tweeters are sharp. What should I do with or without amp? They are sharp. Please, any advice? Go into your EQ and start at 10,000 hertz and just bring it down. Or if you have a Kenwood that has a high shell built into it, bring it down. Get a DSP. You can, but the reality is you just want to change the tweeters. You probably, if you think those are sharp, you want to go to a bigger tweeter, more surface area. So maybe go up to the Centos or the Millis, or just switch all together to a soft dome, like a Silk soft dome. There's a bunch of single ones out there that you could probably pick up. Rockford T1s you can buy a la carte, which is nice. Morel, I think, has a couple a la carte tweeters you can pick up. But yeah, you're going to want yourself something like that. And that'll calm that down. But a DSP would give you the ability to go in there and do some work on them too, to make them not so crazy. All right, hang on. Doing two things at once here. You guys have been working together for years, but how long did it take to build installing chemistry? Ooh, Fernando.
What's that?
Listen to this one. You guys have been working together for years, but how long did it take to build installing chemistry?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, it's been 11 years.
I feel like it's clicked from the beginning. I mean, I don't really remember back to when we started, but I feel like you kind of knew.
I mean, I feel, yes. Yeah,
you knew that you were going to do.
Since I came and asked you a lot of questions about steering wheel controls every week.
Yeah.
It's always been like, hey man, what's going on? Hey man, what are you doing? And things like that.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that chemistry with it, people, you're just like,
yeah.
oh my God.
But plus, I mean, in there again, in the beginning, probably the first year or so, it was just him figuring out how I want things done, and having a lot of trepidation, because there was definitely a lot of trepidation in the beginning.
Okay, so now keep in mind, Dean is very specific on the things that he wants, so it was hard at that time. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he's not wrong, but oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah. Anyways,
it was amazing, bro.
Yeah, it was just great. Blink twice if you're in trouble. Oh, get me out of here. Oh my gosh, that was great. No.
Yeah.
So,
No, to be honest, what
I think we made it.
That I got here,
yeah.
I really I screwed myself.
You thought you screwed yourself.
Yes, because I saw the way you want things, and I never had that. Nobody taught me the radio. Okay, so just the radio is 32nd of an inch crooked. You can even see it sometimes, but it is like Dean is like it's crooked.
Dude,
What?
I just fought that radio to fix that. It was driving me
Exactly.
crazy.
And Dean is always been like that. So
if you ever wonder why Fernando's in the car, like look like he's working, it's because I was at the bench for 20 minutes getting the radio straight.
and for me, learning that things the right way is like, dude. But it's been amazing, man. Hey guys, don't forget, this show is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. Exactly, we have the same chemistry with Morel. Morel is amazing. Go check them out. It's Morel_America here on Instagram, or go to Facebook. Morel America Inc. There you go, Morel America Inc. on Facebook. Go follow them and go check them out.
Yep. Anyways, thanks. Thanks for your advice. Always helped best YouTuber in the industry. I don't know about that, but I'll take the praise. What's the proper way to wire a JL Audio W713 to Kicker? Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. The greatest thing about Kicker is that they have an app. Like, you can literally download to your phone and or go directly to the webpage, and they will give you a blueprint to how to wire things up. The only difference you run into on that woofer is if it's the half ohm or the 1.5 ohm or the 3 ohm or the odd ohm load like that.
It's a 3 ohm. I think it's a 3 ohm.
Yeah,
W7,
then that's going to be. You always have to take the amplifier in mind. So that amplifier, whatever it will do mono, which is like a 1 ohm load, you can't go below that. You can go above it and have no problem. So if you can get to like a 1.5 ohm load, you're still going to get the power out of the amplifier. Not all of but enough to where it won't matter. So there's very little difference between a 1.5 and a 1 ohm load.
The megawatts.
But there is to the amplifier. Like, meaning audibly, you're not going to notice the difference between like 200 watts and a sub. You might. I don't know, but I doubt it. I mean, they keep telling me you won't. But would you recommend an external DSP or an amp with one built in, and why? Okay. I love DSPs built into my amplifiers. Like, I don't really want to do 2 boxes. I have a shelf here full of standalone DSPs. Yay. But I would much prefer to do something like the 830 right there, or the 6-10, or a Blackbird, or an Audison Forza, or a Helix, or anything that has a DSP built into it. For one, the transition between DSP and amplifier is done by them, meaning the level matching is perfect. There's no gain stage between the DSP and the amplifier. There's no opportunity for noise between the DSP and the amplifier. It's going to match. It's going to work. It's on chip. It's all set and ready to go. That is the biggest thing right there, is that it's all built in. Everything is level matched. Everything is rocking and rolling. And you don't have to worry about, oh, where did you get power for the DSP? And, oh, where's the RCA? Oh, did you use Toslink? Oh, and all this other crap. So I still don't see a bad side of it, because if your amp blows up, your amp blows up. If the DSP is built into it, sure, okay, but we don't ever really see that. Like, we haven't had any them go bad. And as long as it's within 3 to 4 years, and you don't melt the thing, they'll be able to fix it. So I still recommend built-in. I like smaller boxes, or fewer smaller boxes. There we go. Kenwood 9709. Sometimes CarPlay won't connect. If I power cycle the car, every time will work fine. Kenwood and iPhone are to date. So you can also do it in the radio itself. There is a connect to iPhone feature built into it in the settings page. So you don't actually have to turn it off, turn it on. You can go in and manually connect the two in the radio. It is something, like, you're not alone in this regards. It is a software update that Kenwood needs to do and hasn't done yet on those particular radios. So I would say just kind of hang in there. But yeah, that's a known issue. But yeah, you can go into the radio and force it. Why do you have hole on your shirt? So I have a hole in my shirt because I keep forgetting to throw this shirt away. We have all new logos printed, and I have to go buy shirts. I like to get these from Hobby Lobby because they're dirt cheap at Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby isn't open on Sunday, so I have to send the girls to do it on Saturday or during the week, or I have to go during the week. And I hadn't had time to do it between when we got these printed, the logos printed, and when we left for vacation. So hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have thrown away all these crappy shirts, and we'll have brand fresh, spanking new shirts. So we're trying some new stuff with shirts, because the other thing too is we a lot of people, like this week we've had a bunch of people visit us, which was really cool, and they all want to buy a shirt, and we don't really have 5-star shirts to sell. So we're trying to figure out a way to bring those in-house, and so we've been working on that and testing different print companies that can print these, and then we can iron them on. So a lot of the new shirts we're making are that, and we're making them now and running them through the washer constantly to see how long they last. These were done by Haley on a Cricut, and they've actually lasted a pretty decent amount of time, but I wanted to see if us having them printed was any better. So, long explanation as always. Dean's Way of the Highway. Pretty much. Nice segue. Nando, show us your body art, please. Maybe. Hola, gents. Hola, Mr. Smith. Dean, have you any of the Star Wars dad jokes? I saw a post sharing some of them. They were holding a book about them. No, I don't think I do. I have like Darth Vader's Guide to a Daughter, which was him and Princess Leia, but I think that was about it. Dean, what is the OD on the wire brush, outside diameter on the wire brush on the Posi ground kit? So you can just go, so you're talking about this thing here, and they make this there, so you just buy it directly from them. Like, you can buy just the brush. If I was to guess, it's about 1 1/8 inches, maybe 1 1/8 inches, 1 1/4. But you can just buy this from them. You can buy every piece separate. I think it is the most expensive thing, either that or the drill bit, because they custom make their drill bit too. So this drill bit is made. They make their own drill bits. But yeah. Da-da-da. All right, here we go. My laptop has a problem recognizing my iPhone hotspot, but we'll see neighbor's Wi-Fi. Oh, that's fantastic. Please visit India. We are the most happy and welcoming. Please come, sir. Well, Paul's Indian, and he's actually, he's like, you guys should go. And I'm like, I'll add that to my list. Right, but what about Mary Lou? Dean, you have not delivered. Yeah. Hold that thought. Hello from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Dean, is there an Android app similar to the Educar Test and Tune? No. However, if you go to any of the stores, like audio places, so like Tidal or iTunes, I would recommend downloading the iTunes app to your Android phone, and you get the My Disc, Sheffield Labs My Disc pink noise. That's what you need. That's the best pink noise, and believe it or not, the iTunes version of it is the best. It's nothing, no fanboy on this. Somebody else did a test, and because you can get it on all the services, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Tidal, you can get it on Spotify. Pandora has it, and iTunes has it. But the best copy of it, meaning the fullest bandwidth, is the iTunes version. So that would be what you'd want to get. If you want to spend $300, which most of you don't, but if you did, you could buy Andy's Audio Frog UMI 1, the pink noise track that comes in this on a CD. That isn't in here. Oh, is it in here? I don't know if we put it back in here now. It's not in here, but it comes on the CD. Is also it's the one you want. I'm not saying it's the one that's in the Educar, but it might be the one that's on the Educar. It is the one on the Educar. You can also use Dropbox. Where do you get your acrylic from? Etsy. So I buy all my acrylic off of Etsy because it's actually really cheap. And this is wood. But you can buy it in because we use a Glowforge, and so I can buy it in a Glowforge pre-cut sheet and all set and ready to go. So I get it from this company here, which is backwards. So let me do it this way. I get it from these guys right here on Etsy. You can buy it in a bunch of different sizes. So if you're just trying to do like a small project, and you just, if you want some oddball stuff, like I just need a sheet that's like this big, you can order it from them. It's pretty cool. I think they go down to like 12 by 12. So it's pretty neat. What are the odds on 5-star app building? Apps are really expensive. So I was thinking, it's funny you should say that though, because I was actually thinking about it this week at some point, because I know the Educar app is not functioning the way it's supposed to. And I was like, man, I should just reach out to Ken and figure out who his guy was and just buy the app off him and pay for the development to keep it going. I'm not going to do that, but that had crossed my mind that if he doesn't want to do it anymore and it's just a question of money, then I should probably, I could see doing that and having it make sense. But is Mary Lou no longer friends with 5-star? Good God, guys. Mary Lou is still friends with 5-star. Fernando actually talked to her yesterday. I talked to her like 2 weeks ago. She got me, I bought the Focal headphones and I had her get them for me through her employee purchase program, which I probably shouldn't say, but she got a better price on them than I could, so hell yeah. Family and friends, bro. Family and friends.
That's it.
But no, listen, I'm going to reach out to, okay, so here's the deal. I will reach out to Mary Lou. Fernando is going to be busy Monday, and I've been trying to figure out who I want to have on the show. Mary Lou makes the most sense, so I will reach out to her, unless he's doing it right now, and I will see if she can be on the show Monday. Keep in mind, she doesn't live here in Florida anymore, so it'll be 2 of us. But yeah, I would love to have Mary Lou on. I've been trying to figure out the best time to have her on, so if I can, I will get her on Monday. How does that sound? Sounds great. Also, where can I get the Alpine Tune-In app for iOS? I don't think they make it anymore. Did Brian have an opinion on going wide in sail panels versus depth in A-pillars? He probably does, but I didn't ask him. Oh, we will never be doing an SPL build.
Yes,
that's for sure.
We're going to do a stone wall on the Mustang.
Please bring her. You guys are funny. But yeah, I'll talk to her. All right, so before we go, in an hour, we'll be on YouTube and Facebook as usual, doing our Saturday show Q&A. So have your questions all set and ready to go. We are going to motor through as many questions as you guys can come up with. So it's just going to be, there's no, there is no DSP Saturday. We're just going to hardcore Q&A. So whatever you guys can come up, we'll answer. Can I use an MRR2 to power up some lights via 12-volt relay? Will the ground signal be strong enough for the... Yes, it's actually what it's made for. And they're called MPOs, Maestro Programmable Outputs. And that's exactly what they're designed to do. It's a trigger to go off to a relay. So you hook it up to your relay, click, boom, done. Everything is happy. But yes, that's 100%. It will do that for you. That's why they made it. Is there a module that makes it easier to switch between tunes when using multiple ARC DSPs? Currently, no. Count every word carefully. They asked if there is a module that makes it easier to switch between tunes when using multiple ARC DSPs. And I said, currently, no. However, anyways, we spent a lot of time at ARC when we were there. We had a great time. We got to see a lot of neat stuff when we were out at the ARC facility. That's all I can say about that, as Forrest Gump would say. Anyways, hey guys, listen. 5 o'clock. Be there. Be square. You guys have a great time.
Bye.
I like that pause. You know it, baby. See ya.